Hi everybody, if you're like me, it is dandelion season, and I've been picking, and this is just from today, just from being in my front yard only. This isn't my backyard, and as you can see, here in the backyard, things are just firing up. We got lots of pea spots from the dog to rake out, but the grass is finally taking, and with comes the grass, comes the weeds. And you end up with dandelions poking through just about everywhere. Even in your sidewalks, you can tell they're dandelions because they are spade shaped with a taproot and a yellow popping up head eventually. So I feed a little bit of dandelions year round, but I wouldn't say that they make up more than one weekly meal, or maybe two tops, as I find it increases urates, causes dehydration. I believe it's oxalates that compromise part of dandelions, and that makes it a kind of a mediocre feed, or a moderate feed, they would say. So I will show you my drying racks. So I'll take today's dandelions, and I'm going to feed a couple bits of this to the tortoises over the coming days. But seeing as that's fresh, where is that one? We need the one with the lid. So as that's a fresh one, we'll just take the time to knock out last year's excess that we'll put elsewhere. So we'll take out last year's excess. These are some mallow that I found didn't dry all that well, but here we are. And we'll put this drying rack like so, and we can put the lid on it after. But first, we can we'll just dump out these weeds here, just quick. So there's some violas, there's some dandelions, there's clover. There is a little bit of everything. See this purple violas, some clover, and then of course the spade-shaped dandelion. Don't dry out white clover. I believe it's too high in proteins, and once dried out, it releases something else. But other than that, you can pretty much dry out anything off the Safe Feeds list from the Tortoise Table app if it's a safe daily feed, or from Tortoise Addicts UK has another great list of proper safe feeds. If you follow me on Facebook, check out the Facebook group Natural Tortoise Keepers Canada. On Instagram or YouTube, it is Hops and Scotch. That is just a reference from my last name. Created a tag at 15, and that is where that came from. But on the topic of drying out weeds, these can just hang out in a sunny or not even sunny area if it has enough airflow. Just spread them out, flip them once after a week, and dry out the bottom side. If they're crunchy, you can store them. I prefer to store them in a paper bag, as that relieves any possibility of moisture inhabiting them. But if you have them kept in a plastic container, I highly recommend keeping the lid off and allowing some airflow. But in the meantime, today's forage feeds will go to the next level. Remove my handy dandy weed picking screwdriver. I prefer to keep these weeds in a plastic bag, and I find they keep for a while. This is my favorite weed picker ever, actually. It's an old spoon. That handle just works so good. And this screwdriver is always a fan favorite as well. But then I just store these in a plastic bag in the fridge. And if they're about to go bad, like before they go bad, but you know they're about to go bad, like lettuce always does in the fridge, you have more time with this. But I just throw it on the drying rack as well. Doing this all year long allows me to feed dehydrated feeds all winter long. So between just picking from the yard and the farm and on dog walks, we can feed for 100% free. I find a lot of people have a tough time picking up on the idea that they should go to the supermarket as they would for dogs or cats and buy that packaged food that, like, that's a must for some reason for some people. The idea of saving money. I get that spending money on your pets makes you feel good, but that's not always the very best thing, we'll say. So moving forward, you can really feed. If you have one tortoise, I can show you ways to feed for 100% free if you're willing to give up one windowsill and forage in the summertime. Truly, the possibilities are endless. It's whatever you want to make it. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you like these videos, please subscribe. Take the time to check out the Facebook group. Check out the Instagram, on TikTok, as well as yours truly, Hopson Scotch. HOPSN Scotch. So your pal Hopson Scotch signing out, over and out.